She's on fire, fire. Sorry. Hey everyone, welcome to the Poetry Balls podcast with Tola Maconjola. I hope you are a hole in the ground full of water. I'm learning Italian. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm doing my best to learn Italian off Duolingo, from spying on eavesdropping on conversations. That's the word, not spying. Eavesdropping on conversations, around me. When I go out, I hear a little bit of, hear a bit of pizza talk. So I gotta kind of lean in and get a sense of what's been said, just to improve comprehension, my comprehension of the language. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Want to get as good as possible, or as fluent as possible, so that I can have meaningful conversations, not just ciao and ciao, which means hello and goodbye for the uninitiated. Oh, ciao. Oh, ciao. Oh, all right. I think, speaking of learn the language, I think every new language speaker should have a learner sign. You know how, you get behind the wheel for the very first time and you kind of panic because you have no idea on how to do anything. You don't want to die. It's the exact same thing. When you step into a store and someone goes bada bong, you feel like you're gonna die because you don't. This is an exaggeration. Comedic effect. You feel like you have no, even if it's a simple basic as a basic word. It's not about what has been said. It's about your ability to comprehend what's been said and respond appropriately. And I feel I can't do any of those things yet. In a nice, safe environment like family and all that. It's okay. It's okay. It's not terrible. It could be better. So I do want to learn and get better. I'm trying to enroll into a school, like an evening class. So trying to find a good one, where I can, interact with a bit of pizza. Yes, yes, yes. See, absolutely. So yeah, I think I'm gonna invest in that. Actually, it's not a bad business idea. Learner sign. I'm writing this down. So that's why I'm saying it out loud like that. Learner sign for, I said number 4, for beginners, for language. I've got to figure out a way to make this streamline for language, for new language speakers. And then put the language in brackets, Italian or German or whatever. Or Yoruba, nice for people to learn Yoruba. Nice Nigerian language. It's my language. I think it's awesome. Hope. I wonder how everyone's doing. Life is. So here's one thing I know. Israel has attacked, or has retaliated against Iran. I don't know what they did. I haven't caught up on that news, but last night I heard was, oh, Israel has retaliated, and then I fell asleep in the morning. Like I was sitting in front of the news, and I just passed out in my just like Donald Trump, my chin drooped into my chest, and I stopped paying attention to something very, very important, like Donald Trump. So I have the qualifications to be El Presidente, in my opinion. I could be a good president. Why not? I've got I've got ambition. I've got I don't have motivation. I have ambition. I have uh, a desire to dominate and belittle. I'm trying to figure out what Trump's qualities are, and which of course he has none. I'm trying to map it against my profile. You know, you've got to be abusive. You got to be orange. That's about it. You got to be abusive and orange. So yeah, I could be a decent president. You know, if he can do it, then I don't buy that theory. I don't buy that theory. I think people who look to Trump and say, "Oh well, if he can do it, then surely I can." No, no, not because I think he's brilliant or I think he's a particular type of psychopath, and he's also a vessel for the post-truth era in American politics. How we go down this path? I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about this. All right. Let's talk about something lighter. Weddings. Yes. Who doesn't like a good wedding? Me. Um, anytime I meet someone who came to my wedding. First of all, I am I was extremely, my wife and I were extremely humbled, truly grateful to everyone who came to our wedding. You know, it meant the world to us. It was incredible. Just seeing all those faces smiling back at us. Presum- that's a presumption. No, it's a smile. It's a smile, right? Anyway, that being said, why is there always a but? Can't you just end it on that note? No, I can't. That being said, anytime I see someone who I who came to the wedding and says, "Hey, do you remember me?" I want to hurt them so much. Only because only nah, I don't want to hurt anyone. I would have hurt a fly. I'm an angel. I'm pretty as well. Um, I will. I don't understand that question because on my wedding day I was busy getting married. That was my prime task for that day. It was my number one task. It was the only task for the day. It was to get married, which takes up all of your mental capacity because you've never been in that position before, as I haven't. We hadn't. So it was a new stage of our lives, a very important one, which we loved sharing with all the folks that came to celebrate with us. It doesn't necessarily mean that I'm gonna remember you, especially if I don't know you. Let me just give it 100, right? So, yeah, my side of the family, no excuses. Like my side of the battleground, I drop my list, so I know every single person that came on my side, and it would be wrong. It won't be wrong because parents can invite friends, blah 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 blah, couples or partners of friends of mine that I'd never met before. But again, if it's a friend of mine and they introduce me to the partner, then I know. Oh, blah 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 has a partner now. Let's hang out. Let's all go for an aperitivo. See, I'm catching on the Italian. The aperitivo. So that's that aside. On my wife's side, um, yeah, if I've never met you, it's not out of spite or out of malicious intent. I just was busy getting married, and I wasn't. It wasn't uh, a get to know you occasion. Does that make any sense? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong for that, but again, like I said, being having gone through the process, it's very Mentally draining, as great as it is, it's mentally draining. A lot of photos and cutting up the cake and the dancing and all the a lot of stuff going on. You're not really trying to get to know new people. That's not the occasion. So, just as a, I mean, I know when you meet people, you're supposed to be friendly and say things like that. For some reason, you're meant to say nice. It's meant to be a nice thing, like, oh, do you remember me? Like at your wedding. I was at your wedding, and I'm supposed to say yes. I've never actually said yes. Maybe I'm a psychopath. No, no, it's like a sociopath. I go, no, I actually don't. Let's start with honesty. I think if you can survive that initial hit of honesty, then I think we'll be good friends. If you panic or get offended, then you shouldn't have come to my wedding. You shouldn't have come to my wedding. Oh dear. Um, I don't have a lot more to talk about. Those are the two things that really kind of crept into my mind. That crept into my mind. It's like, oh gosh, like I need a learner's sign, just so that when people see me, they first of all they speak slowly because not just Italians, right? Anyone who's of a native tongue speaks faster than what a foreigner will be able to comprehend. My English sounds fast to an Italian. Italian's Italian. That sounds very fast to me. So I need a learner sign. I think everyone needs a learner sign. Like, hey, like, just arrived, fresh off the boat. Quote. Still learning your language. Take it easy on me. I want to see that. They're like, oh, that's a learner. He's new on these streets. He's new on these roads. He's still trying to figure out how to drive. And of course, the other thing that came to my mind was because it actually happened. Like someone said, "Do you remember me?" And I said, and I smiled. I smiled, and yeah, there was a lot of noise. I was able to kind of just drown into the noise and kind of, I don't know. Maybe that makes me a bad person, but I imagine it's a commonality. It's a common thing. Anyway, I'm gonna go bake under the Roman sun. Oh yeah, one more thing. Steve Jobs, Apple. Um, I wrote an article about race. Trust, it's not as bad as it's not as redundant as bad as it sounds. I do promise. I had an experience that was interesting along racial lines. And I thought I'd write about it because I thought I could pour out my thoughts and figure out what I was feeling and how whether I approached it the right way, what was optimal. It's a 5 minute read, I think. It's on Medium. Check it out. It's in the description. Have a read. Enjoy it. If you're inclined, leave a thought. I won't blame you if you don't. Commenting online is it's a bit crass, isn't it? Anyway, check out the article. What else? Buy my dad jokes book. The link is there as well. Buy a squishy if you're traveling. Follow me on Instagram. I'm on TikTok as well. Be my friend. All these. Do this, do that, do that. You're just trying to listen to a podcast. Why am I telling you to do stuff? Why am I giving you homework? Anyway, have a good one, guys. Peace and love.